What up, y'all? Back again, Mr. Bass. We're talking about the different, so this is from a couple of days ago, the different types of numbers. Okay? So we're going to remind ourselves, remember, put this on your paper. I believe there's one more outside of there. We got the natural, the whole numbers, the integers, and the rational numbers. Over here, we got the irrational numbers. Okay, so you should remember all of those. Naturals, 1, 2, 3. Whole numbers now, I add a 0 in. 1, 2, 3. Keep going. Integers, I start going negatives and positives. So -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, and so forth. Rational numbers bring in all your fractions, your decimals, everything. Fractions, decimals that repeat or end, and everything else that's there. And the irrationals are your square roots that don't work, decimals that go on forever. Okay, so that's a quick understanding of what it was from before. Make sure you get that down. Okay, so this is reviewing what we had talked about that other day. So then, on top of that, okay, so let's just get again natural numbers, counting numbers. Those are your counting numbers. From 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whole numbers. Those are your counting numbers plus 0. So now it goes 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Integers are your whole numbers. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Your whole numbers plus the negatives. Right? So it added 1. Whole numbers took the counting numbers plus 0. Integers took the whole numbers plus negatives. Okay? Actually, we should do it like this. Natural numbers plus 0. Integers took the whole numbers plus a negative. Rational numbers take your integers, so all of this stuff, plus fractions and decimals. Let's stop and have patterns. Okay? So we got all of that. Finally, my last one says irrational. And that is non-repeating decimals that go on forever, and square roots that don't work. Okay? So those were all those different type of numbers. Alright? So, what I want you to give me is you're going to write this down and you're going to answer these. Those of you who will listen to the videos will answer them correctly, hopefully. All right? So, I want you to give me, let me go back to this page. I want to say it was like page 19. All right. So give me 1, a rational. You need to write this sentence down. A rational number that isn't whole. Okay? Give me that. my answer is what you're going to write. Bass's answer is what I'm going to write. They should be different. You should write all of this down. Right now, you write down what your answer to this is. My answer to this, can I have a rational number that's not whole? Here's how I'm going to think about it. Natural, whole, integers, rational, right? Rational numbers that are not whole, well, whole numbers are like 0, 1, 2, 3. Rational numbers can use fractions or decimals, so I'm going to say 1/4. What did you write for your answer? Hopefully it was something that either had a fraction or a decimal with it. If you did that, or even a negative, you could use 1/4, -5, 16.3. You could have used any of those. Hopefully you did, okay? But you couldn't pick 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and so forth, okay? 2. Think of this. So what goes in rational numbers but didn't go in whole? So 2. Give me an integer that is not natural. I want to know what your answer is. You should do that before I do this, and then we'll talk about the Bass answer. Hopefully, you just picked a whole answer. But for me, I need an integer, so I need the positives and negative numbers that are not natural. Well, natural numbers go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I just used -1 or -2, any negative number that's an integer, any whole negative number works for this. What did you use? Okay? Because remember, integers go -1, -2, -3, and so forth, and naturals start 1, 2, 3. So I can't use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but I can use anything else that's negative and an integer. Okay? Next, I want you to give me give me a whole number that is not natural. So, whole number that is not natural. My answer, Bass answer. Hopefully you're thinking right now, there's only one number that works for this. What number goes in whole numbers, but it's not a natural number? I hope you put 0, I put 0. These are the last things that you need to do now. Here. Give me one example. Ooh. No. Okay. You're going to use N for natural. You're going to use W for whole. You're going to use I for integer. Write this down. You're going to use R for rational. Okay? And you're going to use IR for irrational. You're going to put the letter next to all of those that apply for a number I give you here. Okay? So, I'll give you an example. So number 1, here's the number, -5. How many of these groups does -5 belong to? Is -5 natural? Nope. So I'm not going to put it in. Is -5 a whole number? Nope. Is -5 an integer? Yes. Is -5 rational? Yes. Is -5 irrational? No. So -5 is an integer and it's rational. That's what you're going to do for all the rest of these. Give me all the groups that the number belongs to. So 2, 0, 3, 2 2/5, 4, square root of 4, 5, 0.55 repeating, and 6, square root of 6. Give me all the groups that each of those numbers belong to. This is the last thing you got to do. Hold it down for the west side. Flying out. Bass.